I always felt a bit embarrassed to tell people about the charity I do, because when I do charity, I think it should be from the heart, not for likes. But I understand now that all of the media is saying I'm a bad guy, and I'm not even telling the world all the good I do, because I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you should just give from the goodness of your heart, not for attention. But that's unfair for people to be saying I'm a bad person when I run a shelter for dogs in Romania because of the stray dog problem, because of the fact that I just recently rebuilt an entire orphanage because there's an orphanage problem in Romania. There'll be a plaque called the Tate Orphanage on this orphanage, and you can see here messages of thank yous from the children and the woman who's running it. I did this months ago before anybody disliked me. I didn't even tell anybody. I just rebuilt an orphanage and didn't use it for positive PR, didn't try and put it on the internet and get a good spin from it, didn't try to get likes. I was just trying to help people. The fact that the only charitable act I've ever advertised was their Instagram post. So I find it very hypocritical when these hate mobs come and say I'm a bad person, when I'm the one who's out here spending his money and time trying to help the world. And all they're doing is telling their followers to insult me on my Instagram page. Which one of those two things has a genuinely positive effect on humanity? I'm genuinely not the bad person here. However, I will state again, I do take absolute responsibility because that's who I am as a man. I'm a personal responsibility type of person. And I understand that regardless of the fact I believe it's unfair, I do have a cross to bear because of my monumental success. One of my last posts on Instagram was, I wrote this post. I said, I understand that certain people have false narratives about me and I'm looking to correct them. So on Instagram, I put up a post saying that for every like this picture gets, I'm gonna donate $2. $1 to female charity to protect them against domestic violence, and $1 to men's mental health charities. $2 per like to show that all my haters who only talk negative, I actually do something to fix the problem. I take the negativity and I turn it into light, as God would want me to do. I'm gonna donate money. It was a 7-day countdown. Instagram deleted me on the 6th day. When at the time of deletion, I had 555,000 likes. It's $1.2 million. I was prepared to donate to charities. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to mention it because I'm evil, right? At the time of my deletion, when I got deleted, the only appeal I sent to Instagram, the only message I sent was, can you confirm the number of likes on that picture so I can finish my donation? They ignored me completely and utterly, didn't even want to reply to me.
In the good news articles of today, let me tell you a story about the power of church to bring people together. This is 100% serious. I'm not joking. The power of church to bring people together for good reasons. I was on a flight to California last year, and I was on the bus to go to the airplane, and this lady was complaining. She had this mask on. Her husband had the mask on. It was mask time, and she was complaining this mask is stupid. I'm so thirsty. Complaining to her husband, Ken, I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. So I had all these bottles of water. I gave a bottle of water to this lady. She goes, you know what? You're such a gentleman. Where in California are you going? I said, I'm going to some place. I'm not going to say it here, some small town. She goes, we're from that small town. We run a cafe in that small town. Come and stop by and you can have breakfast when you're at the cafe. I thought, you know what? Let me just go. So these two lovely people, Linda and Ken, their name was, I had breakfast with them. I went to church with them because it was a Sunday morning. And they were telling me about how they adopted an orphan from Ukraine. They have a daughter who's 14 who they adopted through an agency that takes Ukrainian orphans and resettles them in the West. So I'm in touch with Linda and Ken a little bit on Instagram. Wonderful people, two of the nicest people I've ever met. And they said to me when this war broke out, Tristan, we have some problems. The agency in which we adopted our daughter from is having problems getting people across the border to Romania. They're having all sorts of issues. So if you look on my Instagram, I'm going to post it again, actually, because I posted it a few days ago. I went for dinner with the lady who ran this agency, and her only problem...
Did she have hair?
She did have hair. She was a 50-something-year-old woman, but she had hair. I don't sit with women with no hair, Andrew. And her only problem, and I said this to Andrew, was this. Logistically, she was doing everything right, but she had everyone here in Bucharest. And she said, Tristan, I need somewhere to keep these orphans. I need somewhere to keep them because I can't get them to the United States. I said, why can't you get them to the United States? She said, plane tickets are expensive. I went, money? Money is your problem? So in a couple days, she's promised me photographs. There's going to be big group pictures. I'm going to blur everyone's face out, of course. I only post this stuff to inspire others to do good things. Me and Andrew have flown, I think, 20-something Ukrainian orphans over to the United States to be settled into new homes. We weren't going to leave them here in Bucharest. We could have taken care of them here, given them somewhere to stay. But they're all in the United States, I think, as of tomorrow and the day after. And yeah, the power of church brings people together. I think that God sent masks to Earth so that woman would complain loudly, so I would become her friend, so me and Andrew would save a bunch of Ukrainian orphans. So, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
I drove my Rolls-Royce to Ukraine. I bought hundreds of coats and shoes for women and children fleeing the conflict. I only took the Rolls-Royce because it's my biggest car.
Coats.
This river ferry made me nervous. I didn't film the refugees. I hate when people do that. I delivered the clothes, then went home. Job done.
Do you give your money away?
I have a charity which I own, which takes care of street dogs in Romania. So I rescue dogs.
That's really lovely.
Thank you. See, we're getting along now.
Oh, that's really
Everything's
nice.
better.
See, look, it's much better.
That's
like,
right.
do charity work, glasses are off.
We're
It's
getting there.
actually connecting with a real human.
I'm a real human.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thanking Raphael to feed orphans of behalf of Andrew, Tate, Christian Tate, Tam Khan, and Jolie Solvian, Aka, Sexual Shooter. MashaAllah. Thank you very much, Raphael, to feed orphans behalf of Andrew Tate, Christian Tate, Tam Khan, and Julie Solvian, Aka, Sexual Shooter.
Queremos hablar sobre cómo morar allí.
ko mun muradi sai wa kan dukkan mu muradi ke dan kari ko ya saban ne wani mun tai sunan kun je kan haka kira su bai ba hajja su birga haka haro abo me ka hamme ko dai mun je muradi ke ajiyawa kika ba ya samu fata bu na ko mu shi da wuri yanzu dai minti kaɗan za mu rabu da ku ya fi da dai yawa kaga ɗan ja ba ne ta ɗan kyau